Oh my goodness, Gemini's, the 1111 alarm. So, I don't know. Maybe if y'all get the video up to like 3,000 views, I'll let you see this one. Or maybe we'll put it over there. No, I'm not going to put it in members only. If we get the video up to 3,000 views, you'll get the second part. So, you'll know if we got up to 3,000 views. So, Geminis, what's this about with you? It's kind of how you view the Five of Wands, Geminis. A lot of you that you can't see the forest for the trees. It's an interesting energy with regard to you, Geminis. Ten of Swords, the Scorpio vibe there with the Virgo vibe. Those of you with the very odd and unique superstitions. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. Three of Cups, the Seven of Swords there with the Six of Pentacles. This is given like Sagittarius vibes. It's given like Beetlejuice energy. Those of you, this is given like the Pleiades. So those of you, the Belt of Orion energy as well. So those of you that like astronomy. This is an interesting, some of you, there is like two options or two opportunities with regard to you that's really kind of interesting and fascinating. King of Swords is the Five of Swords energy. King of Cups is the Five of Cups energy. King of Wands is the Five of Wands energy. But that's when you kind of understand what the sort of vibe is all about. With the Scorpio and the Virgo energy there, oh my goodness, Geminis. Some of you, it's far bigger than you. It's gonna faith, trust, hope, peace, love, light, let go, let God, let go, let the universe. However, you're kind of philosophizing things here, Geminis. Those of you, if you like philosophize it with sci-fi, that may seem odd, but not really. Because it's kind of like, what is it, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance? It's kind of like different things like that, Gemini. So if you like to read like obscure books or self-help books that have like a fun little title to them, or philosophy books, those of you, if you're into like any of the sci-fi vibes, sci-fi mythology, some of you, you've kind of read everything. So, because it is given like Star Trek vibes, it's given like Star Wars vibes. It's also given like the Iliad, the Odyssey. So you're well versed in the classics, and then you're well versed in like it's kind of like the Comic-Con classics. You know what I mean, Geminis? So what's this about with regard to Geminis? Four of Cups here with the Two of Pentacles. Some of you, it's not like the options or the opportunities. Some of you, it's not the relationships or partnerships that you're thinking. Some of you, I don't feel like you've kind of gotten that option or that opportunity yet. Wheel of Fortune down there at the bottom of the deck here, Geminis. Change of perspective, changing it up here, Geminis, and kind of looking at things differently. Some of you, I feel like you're going to have an inspirational moment, and that's going to be whatever the fuck that inspirational moment is for you. Because it kind of feels like if you believe in like lucky pennies, those of you, if you're going to like someone here with the convention energy. So let's say you're going to a convention, and maybe instead of finding a penny on the ground, you find like a currency that they use in one of the sci-fis on the ground. Or you find like maybe a miniature of like the person that kind of has the perfect role that you like in the sci-fi. It is given sci-fi vibes. But sci-fi and mythology and all that are kind of all based together. So take what's yours and leave what's not. Maybe you're going to, those of you that like geology, those of you that like history, maybe you're going to a museum and you happen to find a subway token or some shit like that, right? The Art of the Superstition is with you, Geminis. Some of you, if you're looking for clarity, you'll know it. So, Gemini, some of you, this sort of journey of discovery with you, this sort of inspirational sort of energy when it comes to you, you know it, you'll feel it, you'll trust if the vibe is right, if it's the right option or the right opportunity for you. Some of you, you're like, you've moved through the vibes. Who the fuck is doing sci-fi? Who the fuck is doing sci-fi? You could do like graphic novels, or if you're like a creative person, this could be an option or an opportunity that comes in for you. Especially if you have like your own like little storyline going here, Geminis. Really good for my creatives. Some of you could meet somebody. This is given convention vibes. Whatever the fuck kind of conventions you go to. It's given like Comic-Con energy. Really kind of prevalent in this one. But it could be whatever sort of convention vibes you have. Those of you that dress up, so maybe you're doing cosplay as well. Those of you Geminis with a great idea, a great concept, could meet somebody that's going to be like the perfect +1 for you. Now, whatever that relationship or partnership is, it's going to be like an interesting sort of, it's an inspirational relationship or partnership. Some of you, it isn't necessarily romantic. It's going to be far more interesting than that. And you're both are going to have this sort of common, it's almost like a common philosophy or this shared sort of energy here. Because some of you, it's not like the lucky penny energy, but it's like, you know, someone is. It's like you're at a convention and, you know, you find like if they have like, I'm sure they do. I've never been to a Comic-Con convention or anything like that. But like the currency that they would use in like one of the sci-fi films. So maybe you find one of those. Or you find like a miniature of your favorite character. Or something along that lines. If you're not religious, it kind of almost has that same kind of vibe. And some of you, it's just a superstition. So, you know, if someone's trying to get your attention, this is how you get your attention. Especially those, this is pulling X-Files vibes as well. Those of you that want to believe kind of energy here. But it's more like in the costuming and the sort of design. Definitely for my creatives. Oh my goodness, Geminis. There's going to be two options or two opportunities that don't work. So some of you, you've already had those relationships, partnerships. You've already overcome those hurdles. Because the 3 wise men energy is given like, it's like the hurdles vibes, but it's also like given stair-step energy. So it's looking at things differently. Some of you are going to find your perfect +1. And from there, everything is just going to get really amazing. It's like the perfect option or opportunity for you. But I don't feel it's necessarily romantic. So some of you, like, you know, prioritize things here. So take your time. Take your time. That always seems to be the vibe with you, Geminis. Those of you that are happy as fuck single, I feel like you're probably going to fare better than others that tend to over romanticize relationships or partnerships. Or those of you that you could be one of those people that are different. So, you know, you're not interested in a traditional relationship or partnership. How you view things is a little different. It's kind of like how some of you, that could be like the convention energy that you're going for. I don't know. I love this. Take what's yours and leave what's not. But it's not always about love, right? Oh, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. They're at the 2 of Cups. They're at the 8 of Wands. Yeah, those of you that you're unique. So you have pronouns, or when it comes to how you view relationships or partnerships. You could be someone that's different. Some of you could meet somebody that's kind of in the same vibe as that. Geminis, you could meet somebody that's kind of in that energy. And it's like the perfect relationship or partnership, but it is so fucking different. Those of you, who the fuck, some of you need to do the conventions. That always shows up for you, Geminis, so take what's yours and leave what's not. Some of you, friendships, working relationships, or partnerships can be far more interesting than the romantic vibes. I feel like those of you that aren't looking for like the emotional capacity in a relationship or partnership, especially those of you that look at things differently, you have pronouns. So, you know what I mean? This is what makes you interesting and unique. If this isn't your energy, Geminis, you could meet somebody that's like that. I don't know, your perfect partner, the perfect partnership for you is you're both kind of vibing in the same energy, and you're both are unique and different enough to not get in each other's way. So some of you, it's not going to be like a competitive relationship or partnership that some of you always tend to gravitate towards. So it isn't about, you're not going to work with this person and, you know, be sleeping with them. You're not going to be in competition with this person. So even if you do the same thing, it's like you mesh well with this person. They're the yin to your yang. They bring inspiration. And together you guys are going to be able to create some really amazing things here. Especially those of you that kind of, your viewpoint on things is different. But it feels like a very creative vibe. So this is like the graphic novelist that finds the perfect colorist. This is like the beautician that finds like the perfect hair nail tech. So you guys can like work together. Oh my goodness. What else we got here? This is the fashion designer, clothing designer that finds the perfect seamster or seamstress. So the relationship or partnership, though you do the same thing, it's not a competitive vibe. It's a really good working relationship or partnership. Some of you, that is definitely far more interesting than any romantic option or opportunity would ever be with you. But there's an oddity to it. There's an oddity to it. That's why some of you, it's not the relationships or partnerships that you're thinking. If someone is cross-watching your energy as well here, Geminis, it's kind of like that's not the relationship or partnership. That's kind of what's going to be the best option or opportunity for you. Some of you, someone has pronouns. Someone is definitely unique in that way. So some people aren't interested in dating. Some people aren't interested in the messy kind of side of relationships or partnerships. So that's why I don't feel like it's necessarily a romantic vibe. So some of you, how do you feel about the relationship or partnership that you're in? So some of you, this is like the first obstacle you need to overcome first. Because you got a 5 of Swords energy, you got a 5 of Cups energy, and then you get into the 5 of Wands energy, which is when everything gets fun. This is when you start building and growing. And however you view the 5 of Wands, Geminis, that kind of makes everything different and unique for you. Some of you, with regard to like, this is that good news energy coming in for you, Geminis. It isn't unconventionally lucky, so it's not necessarily going to be what some of you are thinking, but it's far better than what you could wish for. If you're praying, Geminis, it may be not what you're praying for, but it's like far better than what you're praying for. So those of you, Geminis, that set realistic expectations, you set realistic goals, this is when everything starts to kind of balance out for you. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer. Those of you, Geminis, with very unique superstitions, Someone is at like a convention, and you like find whatever currency that they use in whatever your favorite sci-fi show is, and that's like your equivalent of the lucky penny, or you find like a little miniature. It's something odd like that. Those of you Geminis, it's kind of like if you like archaeology and maybe you're going to a museum and you happen to find like an interesting little rock or stone on your way in, and you're like, oh my goodness. So however you look at that. Some of you, if you're like religious, maybe you're, on your way into church, you find like a Saint Christopher, or you find like whatever the equivalent would be to your kind of religious vibe, right? Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, there to the full vibe. Someone is sending you peace, love, and light, Geminis, and someone is sending you kisses from above. But it is that energy of I want to believe vibes. So those of you that like the sci-fi energy, those of you that aren't particularly, I don't know, take it for what it is, Geminis. Maybe some of you, this could be like a religious energy for you. Some of you, I feel like it has that sci-fi vibe. So it's more like mythology, philosophy. Especially those of you, if you've read like the Iliad, you've read Homer. But then you've also read like any of the sci-fi equivalents to or of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Some of you really like Star Trek. It's given more Star Trek vibes than Star Wars vibes. And I do know enough to know that those two fans don't really always mix together, right? You're either pro one or the other. So this is take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't, right? Those of you that's creating like an interesting vibe here, some of you, you're going to find like the perfect complement to whatever the fuck it is that you do. So, I mean, if you speak Klingon, this is like you're going to find somebody that does it. You're going to find like the perfect yin to your yang, and it kind of changes everything for you. Some of you, it's not always about the romantic vibe. So some of you, you could be meeting somebody who uses pronouns. You could be meeting somebody that really isn't into like the dating thing. The uniqueness with this energy with you Geminis is what's amazing. And then some of you are in relationships or partnerships where you're just in a competitive vibe. So you might think you work well together, but you really don't. I feel like some of you, once you kind of figure out what your options, your opportunities are, some of you, I feel like you need to get single. So take what's yours and leave what's not here. This is given the X-Files vibes with that I want to believe poster. So those of you that like, it's like the sci-fi. A lot of convention energy. And all that comes with the convention vibes, the costuming. Geminis, my creatives. There are obstacles, there are hurdles, but each obstacle that you overcome is like, it's like gaining you better options or better opportunities. Someone here could do, this could be like gamer vibes. I don't do the Comic-Cons. I don't follow like the Star Trek, Star Wars thing. I ain't played a video game in over 30 fucking years. So for a lot of you, take what's yours and leave what's not. So whatever the sort of vibe is with you. I have never bought a graphic novel. So I know we say graphic novel instead of comic books. But it's kind of like that vibe. So those of you that's your thing. This isn't an easy vibe with you, Geminis, but I also feel like it's not like an overwhelming vibe with you. So a lot of you Geminis, this is speaking on emotional growth. This is speaking on intellectual growth when it comes to you Geminis. Some of you, everything changes and it allows for like such interesting options or opportunities with you that I mean they're far better. It's like if you're a praying person, it's far better than you could pray for. If you're stay happy, stay optimistic, stay golden here, Geminis. And don't let yourself be overwhelmed. There is like, I do not know any of the sci-fi shit. But some of you, I feel like there's like, you have to go through the King of Swords energy, which is the Five of Swords energy, the King of Cups, which is the Five of Cups, and then the King of Wands is like, that's where the inspiration starts. It's like the Five of Wands energy, but it's like you can't see the forest for the trees. So it is kind of like the trilogy energy. So whatever the fuck it is when it comes to sci-fi vibes, those of you mythology, if you've read Homer, it's because it's given the Iliad vibes here. It's given the Odyssey energy. Those of you, this is like if you're studying Shakespeare, but you're kind of putting a modern twist to it, right? Those of you, you're not particularly religious. I don't feel like you're particularly religious, but you do have your superstitions. And I don't know if there's religion in the sci-fi vibes or not, so maybe some of you, you're following the religion and whatever the sci-fi shit is. So this is like a new interesting energy. So take what's yours and leave what's not. The World and the Nine of Swords. Geminis, you're really good at like transmuting this energy. So I feel like you're in problem solver mode here, Geminis. For fuck's sake here, Geminis. Whatever the hell your sort of philosophies are here, however you look at things, the more unique it is. Because even if you're not like a religious person, I mean, even people that aren't of faith or they don't put faith in like religion, they still kind of have their superstitions. They're still thankful. They're still grateful. It's just kind of like the terminology. So some of you with regard to like the energy here, you're like Earth Angel vibes. Some of you, you're all about the resolution energy here, Geminis. There's a lot of growth when it comes to you, and there's a lot of this, I don't know, you could have, it's almost like you have an epiphany energy here, Geminis. And then like, it's like it is like a problem solving energy. Some of you with regard to like creative endeavors here, some of you are going to meet like the perfect plus one. I see a beautician that meets the perfect nail technician, and maybe you guys just kind of work together. One of you has the shop, so you're able to just kind of, there's like some easy transitions when it comes to you here, Geminis. It's like the designer that meets the seamstress or the seamster that, you know, you guys just click. So one's able to design it, and then you got the person there that's able to sew it up. It's like the yin to your yang. Some of you, if you don't normally are around people that use the pronouns, some of you, this could be like a new option or a new opportunity with that. Some of you could meet somebody and be amazed that they really don't want a relationship or partnership. Some of you, you're meeting some very unique people here that definitely can change your outlook and change, for a lot of you, like better options or better opportunities. Especially those of you that are in too much of a competitive vibe with the people that you date. So some of you are in relationships or partnerships where neither one of you really support or promote the other one, Or Geminis, you could like support and promote your partner, but at the same time, they're not going to support and promote your success. Work, love, life vibes on this, Geminis. The odder and the more unique your superstitions are, Geminis, that's what makes this work. Take what's yours and leave what's not here, Geminis. If this isn't your vibe, some of you, this could be a Gemini that you know. This is definite. Maybe those of you that do like the convention vibes, or those of you wanting to do like conventions, those of you that look at things. This is definitely for those of you that like, you look at Star Trek and Star Wars or the sci-fi energy like that, the same way that other people would look at the classics. But when you get into a lot of that, it is kind of based off like mythology. Some of you, there's like parts of like the religious energy as well. So it's like a... Who has the I Want to Believe poster? Because I keep seeing that I Want to Believe poster from the X-Files. So some of you with regard to like the philosophy here. But it feels like convention energy. So maybe some of you, you have that poster, or some of you, you want to get that poster. Those of you, the more like open-minded you are when it comes to options or opportunities. The King of Swords brings the Five of Swords energy. King of Cups brings the Five of Cups energy. But the King of Wands is the Five of Wands. And that's when like the better options, the better opportunities come in. Those of you, if you do like professional gaming, this is like an interesting vibe, right? A lot of the gaming energy, mythology, religious sort of energy, those of you in the creative vibes, this is not something that I know anything about. So take what's yours and leave what's not. Those of you Geminis, if you're like, this is like the intellectuals, if you like to do like museums and different things like that, those of you that like archaeology as well, those of you that like architecture, it's kind of like that vibe. So where someone might find fun at a convention, some of you might enjoy going to an art exhibit or a museum, a gallery opening. Some of you that like our archaeology, so maybe you get the chance to like go somewhere. Some of you like mining for gold. So if that's something you always thought would be fun, maybe that's like a little excursion you're gonna take. Just for the experience more than anything else here, Geminis. Those of you that like history, this is like you get the chance to kind of experience it. Heavy emphasis on like the sci-fi energy. But some of you, that could create like a whole great option or opportunity here. Oy, Geminis. This is definitely not everybody's vibe. So take what's yours, leave what's not. If this isn't your energy, Gemini, some of you, this could be that Gemini that you know that maybe needs the inspiration here. Someone has the X-Files poster, or someone wants to get the X-Files poster. So for some of you, that might be like the energy here. So if you don't have it, you want it, so you want to find it, which I'm sure you're going to find it in any sci-fi convention. Others of you, you have it, and that's kind of like your philosophy, unlike a lot of things. There's a lot of intellectual energy on this as well. So my creatives, this is like, you could be creating, building something that changes everything for you. And those of you, you could be meeting people that really don't want a relationship. So I don't know if that's something that you're used to, Geminis, or Geminis, that could be your fucking energy, right? So I like this for you. Some of you, you're dealing with people who use pronouns. So it's a completely different sort of way of looking at things here, Geminis. Those of you that know any of the sci-fi languages, you're going to find somebody and you're going to have a conversation in whatever sci-fi language of your choice. My intellectuals, you could find somebody that speaks Latin. Whatever the hell this energy is, it depended upon whatever your likes are here, Geminis. But don't necessarily think it's got to be a romantic vibe, because some of you, that's not even like, that's not even an option if you wanted it to be an option. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind, Geminis. The Seven of Pentacles. So you started with the Five of Swords energy there at the Pisces vibe, right? King of Swords brings the Five of Swords. King of Cups brings the Five of Cups. Eight of Swords there with the Eight of Pentacles. And there's the Five of Wands. Lord have mercy. There's the Capricorn vibe. Gemini, some of you could be meeting a Capricorn, or some of you, this is like, I don't know, you're in Capricorn's energy. But it kind of does, because the Lover's vibe and the Capricorn energy is all about codependency. And love is all about creating a codependency, whether it's healthy or not. But it's kind of built into the relationship. So, damn Geminis. The King of Wands brings the Five of Wands, which for some of you, this is when you're able to move forward into better options or better opportunities. I feel like that's some sort of sci-fi shit. Honestly, I watched Star Wars back in the day. I have never seen any of the newer ones. I do not do comic books, anything like that. So do take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. This is kind of specific energy here. If this isn't yours, some of you, this could be your favorite Gemini that is into this kind of energy. It's a creative vibe. So some of you, this might be an option or an opportunity. I've been telling a lot of you to try conventions. It's really based on whatever the sort of philosophy is with you. Because this same energy can apply if you like archaeology. So you go to places to study like archaeology, geography. Some of you, this is when you go mining for gold just for shits and giggles. Those of you, if you like history, you like to visit like historical places. This is definitely given like sci-fi vibes and convention energy. So it feels a little bit more in kind of that vibe. Some of you, there's almost like a religious vibe to this, but I feel like it's kind of an odd one. I don't know if any of the sci-fis have like a religious vibe to it. So maybe for some of you, that's kind of like it. You either have the I Want to Believe poster from the X-Files, or you want the I Want to Believe poster from the X-Files. Some of you, that could be the meet cute. So you're both reaching for the same I Want to Believe poster, or whatever the hell the equivalent of that would be. Some of you, it's not a lucky penny on the ground. If there's some sort of currency in whatever sci-fi world that you like find one of those, or you find like a miniature, or it's something the equivalent of like finding a penny. If you're a religious person, you might actually find like a St. Christopher or a cross or something kind of relevant to whatever your religious beliefs are. And that is kind of that odd superstitious energy. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Geminis. Take what's yours, leave what's not. I love your energy, Gemini. Sending you all the peace, love, and light. This is really good for my creatives. So it's like you find the yin to your yang. And some of you, it isn't even about like a romantic vibe. So I don't know, Geminis, if you're the one that isn't interested in like relationships or partnerships, or some of you, you could be meeting people that have pronouns. So some of you, that's something that's more common. Others of you, this might be something new when it comes to you. And Geminis, this could be like a great conversation. Some of you have to get out of the competitiveness of that relationship or partnership that you're in, whether that is romantic with you or that is with regard to a work option or a work opportunity. Some of you are definitely pulling the energy of another Gemini. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. Ooh. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Oh my goodness, Geminis. Gemini, some of you can meet somebody that, those of you that are kind of odd when it comes to your relationships or partnerships. Some of you could meet somebody that isn't into relationships or partnerships the same way that you are. It's like the perfect yin to your fucking yang. And some of you, it isn't even about that. So, prioritizing things here, Geminis. The King of Swords brings the Five of Swords. So, you've overcome some interesting energy there. The King of Cups brings the Five of Cups energy. And then the King of Wands brings the Five of Wands, but that's a you can't see the forest for the trees vibes. But then how you view the Five of Wands is this sort of allows like better options and better opportunities when it comes to you, Geminis. So, I mean, I don't know how the fuck you want to look at it. You could look at it from a religious perspective. You could look at it from a philosophical perspective, mythological perspective. Those of you that know all the sci-fi and all the energies that fall into like the sci-fi vibes. Those of you that like graphic novels. Some of you, this could be if you do gaming vibes. Because they need writers for like the games. That way, you know, there's like a storyline. There's like scripts. There's like all this shit here, Geminis. So, I've been telling y'all for a while to do the conventions. So, maybe you're listening, maybe you're not. Some of you with like, this is given like you either speak like Klingon or whatever the hell the equivalent is of that in sci-fi. Or those of you, the more intellectual Geminis, you could be meeting somebody that like speaks Latin. Because it's given like an odd language. But it's kind of like, you know, most intellectuals know a little bit of Latin. And some of you, this is like those of you that know like Klingon. I don't know what the fuck they call the Star Wars language. You like switch up everything here, Geminis. Someone does not like this energy with you, though. And this is someone that you're in like a relationship or partnership with, Geminis. I don't know if you're in a relationship or partnership that's not very positive here, Geminis. Or some of you with regard to like anything with the Gemini name. So I don't know if that's a project you're working on or some of you with the sort of vibe. There is a throuple energy, but it's not like a positive throuple energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not here, Geminis. Ow. The I want to believe poster. You either have it or you're wanting to get it. Take what's yours and leave what's not. And again, with that, I mean, Jesus, Geminis. My intellectual Geminis, this is the perfect time for you. So, Klingon or Latin. Klingon or Latin. Or whatever the sort of money equivalent is in the sci-fi. Instead of like the lucky penny, you find like the lucky coin. Those of you outside of a museum, maybe you find like a subway token or something like that. Archaeologist energy here. Maybe you find like an interesting stone. Someone here could go gold prospecting just for shits and giggles. But maybe, you know, you find like a little piece. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This isn't your energy, Geminis. Maybe you know the Geminis who energy it is. I don't know. This is a lot of new. So, King of Swords brings Five of Swords. King of Cups brings Five of Cups. And the King of Wands brings the Five of Wands. But that creates like the whole option or the opportunity. It's, you can't see the forest for the trees. And then like abundance energy here. Those of you that know how Frank Lloyd Wright designed his entrances, it's kind of given that vibe as well. So, whatever your vibe is here, Geminis, especially all my creatives. This is the hard work before like the fun begins too. So, good luck, God bless, Geminis. Peace, love, and light.